We don't exercise, we train. Training is different. Training is what professionals do. Exercising is what amateurs do. An amateur will exercise when it's convenient, when they feel like it. But when life gets challenging, or they travel, or something's just different, they don't feel like it, they don't do it. So they're constantly making a step forward or one or two steps back. They're not making progress. Sometimes they'll make a little streak of progress, but it goes back to their baseline because they're not professionals. They're not consistent. A professional trains no matter what. A lion trains no matter what, because it's who they are. They refuse to settle to anything less than their best. There's a part of all of us that we call the lion that is unstoppable. It's a place where you have access to all your resources and all your capabilities. Now, it doesn't happen by accident. You have to summon the lion. And that's why we train in the morning. People constantly ask, like, hey, I'm not a morning person. Can I train later in the day? You can train whenever you want. You're an adult. But what I'm saying is, when you train, this is research from New York University, Professor Suzuki. She's done really deep research on this. But a single training session, when done intelligently, like we do, will improve your memory. It will improve your attention and focus. It will improve your energy, your mood, your learning, and your decision-making capacity. That pretty much makes your life better in every way. Why would we waste that? Why would we not tap into those capabilities early in the day? Why would we just be on default mode? Maybe we're good, maybe we're not. But we're making every decision adds up to a place where you stand today. Do you understand that? Of course you do. You're here. You're here because of you pay attention to these things. But every decision you ever made has led to you to where you stand today. The decision of, like, am I going to train today? Am I going to challenge myself when I train? Am I going to be distracted while I train today? What am I going to eat today? Do I want to eat for flavor because I'm stressed out and just want to soothe myself? Or am I going to eat for fuel because I honor this body that serves me so well? I honor this mind that allows me to create anything I want when I access all my capabilities. So we don't exercise, we train. If someone's not getting results, I always know what it is. There's only so many patterns in life. It is super simple to me because this is all I've ever done my entire life. So I've been doing this for 3 decades of just constantly asking the question of how can we train our minds and bodies to access our higher self, our best self, so we can live a life of no regret and make this place better than we arrived. I just want to do this short audio to remind you of what we do here. This is different. This isn't just some exercise program. This isn't about getting a six-pack. You can absolutely get a six-pack. I encourage you to do those things. Your body is something you own. It's not just something you have. It's something you must take care of. And if you don't take care of it, there's a price to pay. So every day, you're at a fork in the road because the body keeps track daily in 24-hour cycles. Sun goes up, sun goes down. We're part of nature. And that is the basic circadian rhythm of life. And so you can't make up. If you made mistakes yesterday, it's over with, let it go. What's done is done, but you can't make up for it. So if you didn't train yesterday, training twice today doesn't make up for that. You have to keep in mind, we have to be focused on the present moment. We don't exercise, we train so that we can live life on our terms, so that we have no regrets. That's what it is. When I'm saying summon the lion, I'm summoning the part of you who you really are. The true self, the higher self, your best self. But that doesn't happen by accident, my friend. It's something you must identify, you must call to it, and you must command and demand it to be here. Because the default in our society, the environment shapes you. Because whenever you don't intentionally do things, other people, the social media, the television shows, just the people around you, your environment will sculpt you. And it's not going to put you in a place where you are empowered. It won't put you in a place where you're going to be very happy and fulfilled. You have to take command. And that is what we're doing here. And I'm honored to assist you with this because if you're listening to this, you're a leader. You're the type of person that impacts many other people. And that's always been my goal and my vision and my dream, is to help people that help many others. So there's an exponential impact. And there's nothing broke on you, my friend. There's nothing you need to change. You just need to reveal this. This is how you were born as a lion. But we learned to become lambs, to be fear-driven, to be obedient, to just follow the rules. But rules are not always, a rule that was made 1,000 years ago may not be applicable today. And so we have to decide, hey, what is the best course of action here? What will serve the greater good? What will allow me to be happy and healthy and abundant? And how can I help others do the same? How can I create value in the world? So we don't exercise, we train. We don't exercise so that we don't hate our reflections. We don't exercise so there's a number on a little device on the floor that tells us if we're good enough or not. You are already good enough. Now, what's great about this is when you train strategically intelligently, you do resistance training, you do your cardiovascular conditioning, you do your structural alignment and mobility work at the beginning and end of each workout. What happens? And if you combine that with nutrition and you're sleeping, your body transforms. You have a body that you are proud of, that is energized, strong, lean. You become a lean, strong, energized athlete. And your body doesn't let you down. Because what will happen if you don't take care of your body is very predictable. Eventually your body will give out. But a lot of times you're still alive. You're still breathing. And that's no way to live. You become imprisoned. You become enslaved to your body. You can have a great mind. You can have ambition, but your body doesn't work with you. It's riddled with pain, dysfunction. You don't feel good. How can we avoid this? Well, I shared a study from National Institute of Health that showed the evidence that consistent and intelligent training, like we're doing here, prevents 26 major diseases. And these are like Alzheimer's, dementia, heart attack, stroke, diabetes, kidney disease, like musculoskeletal disorders, which means like back pain, shoulder pain, just aches and pains in the body. All these things and more. It is incredible what it does. But why do so few people do it? Because they don't value it as much as they value other things. I was talking to Tony about this because I get frustrated. Like I know what's ahead for people when they talk to me, and if they're not exercising or not eating good, especially if they're drinking and smoking and stuff, I know what's going to happen. It happened to my mom, so I have a lot of pain attached to that, where I don't want that to happen to anyone else because it's completely avoidable. But there's two sides of this story. The first side is, yeah, that's way down the future. I don't notice anything today, so I'm probably fine. Well, every day, here's the truth, listen up. Every day you get a little better or a little worse. You get a little stronger or you get a little weaker. You get a little healthier or you get a little sicker. And it may be just micro changes, these little changes that you don't notice. Then all of a sudden, something's off in your lab work. Or you're just sleeping differently now. Or your knee hurts a little bit here. These things can all be reversed, but it comes down to the little things that you do each day. It's the little things done consistently and relentlessly that lead to massive results over time. So having a body that is vibrant and energized and healthy and vital and strong, and that never lets you down, comes by these little things each day. Bruce Lee has a quote. And I heard this when I was a kid. My dad was a fighter, and I've been a martial artist my whole life. And this quote stood out to me at that time because it really made my life simpler. Because what the quote was, I'll tell you, someone was interviewing Bruce Lee. Here's the context of it. And there was this other martial artist. And Bruce Lee would often say, like, I will fight anyone. My system of Jeet Kune Do is superior because I take the best of all systems and discard what's not necessary. And so this really upset traditionalists, and this one traditionalist martial artist said, I know 10,000 different kicks that he's never seen. And the reporter asked this, are you afraid of this guy? He knows 10,000 different kicks. He goes, I do not fear the man who knows 10,000 different kicks. I fear the man that has practiced one kick 10,000 times. That is the essence of self-mastery. And that is what we are all here to do. We are here to master a simple formula, a trilogy of thoughts, emotions, and actions. Your thoughts are the birthplace of all creation. So everything that's ever been created first came from the theater of the mind. You imagined it. You must be able to imagine what you want to create. You must determine your desired outcome and have a higher purpose for it. And then as you start to visualize, you create this mental imagery in your mind, this movie in your mind, and you want that big and bright and exciting, a compelling vision of the future. And then you start to build emotion. Emotion is the great amplifier. Emotion is what throws you into action. It pulls you into action. That's why we do what we do. Without that vision, without that clear outcome and a higher purpose, we tend to procrastinate. We tend not to take action. We tend to be in fear, in fact. And so thoughts and automatic thoughts are beliefs. So beliefs are the software of the mind. So keep that in mind. Those are your subconscious rules of the way you perceive the world. Your emotions, thoughts, emotions, and then the way you feel will determine what you do most of the time. But we can't just not take responsibility for the way we feel. We are the creator of our emotions. We can't create this story because the human mind, there's research, researcher Dan Ariely has incredible research showing that how the human brain rationalizes everything we do, even insidious crimes. When you hear these interviews with people that have done just insane, terrible things, they don't think they did anything wrong because the human brain can justify any action. Now, you guys aren't criminals. I'm not a criminal, but I mean, these people are not mentally well, probably, I'm sure. But even then, we have it on a lesser level because we're all human. And what it is we must obliterate every story of limitation. Excuses are the murderers of dreams. Because at some point, you're going to look back on your life and say, man, I wish I would have done that. Oh, man, I wish I didn't do that. And I don't want you or me or anyone to have that because we get this life as a precious gift. And we must take responsibility each day and make it a game. Because when something's a game, you can win or lose each day, but you can play the game the next day. But when you string too many losses, it puts a little emotion in you that will often cause you to go practice more, will make you pay more attention, prepare better, but basically perform better and win the next day. And we're not here to be perfect. And this is a huge pattern in this group because we're all super achievers. We all want to be our best. We don't want to have regrets, but we think we have to be perfect. And we'll say things, I'm all in or all out. And if you make one mistake, you're like, screw it. And then we tend to get our needs met by doing certain things like work, or maybe it's your kids, whatever it is, you know what I mean. What we have to do is saying like, hey, first I need to fill my cup so that I have that energy. I'm in a state where my brain is focused. I can make great decisions, put myself in a love-based emotional state, know what my desired outcome is, imagine, identify what I want to create today, what I want to create this year or this lifetime, have that compelling vision in the future. And then be aware of any story of limitation and obliterate because they're all lies. And then take immediate action. Listen to this again and again, my friends. This is things you already know, but we often need to be reminded because as we march through life, we forget some things. And we need to develop the belief systems through repetition, through awareness, and by strategically and intelligently challenging our minds and bodies so we can access our higher self or best self, the place where you have all the answers, the place where you have energy, the place where life unfolds before you, where you don't have to force it. It is an allowing, and it is a fun adventure rather than a rigorous journey. All right, my friends, let me know if you have any questions below. I'm here to serve, and I'm so excited for what's to come.
You tap into the real you, but you have to retrain yourself. The way you retrain yourself is you wake your ass up in the morning and you say, I am here for a reason and a purpose. And it's bigger than my moods. It's bigger than the difficulties of the day. I am here to live like a lion, not the fear of a lamb.